My SIL, the perfect mommy blogger, exposed. Petty revenge. My sister, Bianca, was something else. It wasn't just that she was beautiful, she looked like she'd stepped out of a magazine. It was the way she weaponized that beauty, molding everything around her into a carefully curated image. And for the last 5 years, ever since Emily was born, that image had been perfect mommy blogger. Her Instagram feed was sickeningly sweet. Perfectly posed photos of Emily eating organic, home-cooked meals that I knew came from Whole Foods takeout containers. Inspirational quotes about motherhood superimposed on sunsets. Sponsored posts about the latest designer diaper bags. Bianca had built an empire out of portraying a life that was as far from reality as Pluto. I, on the other hand, was just Liam. Chloe's husband, Bianca's brother, the quiet software engineer in the background. I wasn't particularly photogenic. My job wasn't glamorous, and I definitely didn't have the gene for social media stardom. At first, I dismissed Bianca's online persona as harmless vanity. Let her have her little world of likes and sponsorships. But then I started noticing things. The way Bianca would snap a picture of Emily playing, then immediately pull out her phone to edit and post it, completely ignoring her daughter's actual joy in the moment. The way she'd restrict Emily from having sweets, except when she needed a cute photo of her enjoying a cupcake for a sponsored post. The way she'd fabricate stories about Emily's intelligence or artistic abilities, exaggerating them for her followers. She's just trying to build a brand, Liam, Chloe would say, trying to soothe my growing irritation. Chloe, my rock, my voice of reason. She was a nurse, grounded in reality, and initially saw my concerns as a sibling rivalry thing. Don't let it get to you. But it did get to me, because it wasn't just about the lies. It was about how Bianca was using Emily, turning her into a prop for her own self-promotion. One Saturday, we were all at a local park. Emily was trying to climb a rope ladder on the playground. Bianca, instead of spotting her, was busy angling her phone, trying to capture the perfect action shot. Come on, smile for mommy, you got this, Emily. Distracted, slipped and fell, scraping her knee. Bianca barely registered it. She was too busy complaining that the lighting was bad. Chloe and I rushed over to Emily, comforting her and cleaning her wound. Bianca finally ambled over, snapping a picture of Emily crying with a concerned look on her face. I knew that photo would be all over her feed within minutes, captioned with something about the joys and challenges of motherhood. That was the moment something shifted inside me. It wasn't just irritation anymore. It was anger. She didn't even ask if Emily was okay. I fumed to Chloe later that night. She just saw an opportunity for content. Chloe finally relented. Okay, I see what you mean. It's a lot. But what are you going to do? Tell her to stop. You know that won't work. I don't know, I admitted. But I can't just stand by and watch her exploit Emily like this. I started documenting everything. Not in a creepy, obsessive way, but just noting the discrepancies between Bianca's online persona and her real-life behavior. Photos, dates, times. I felt like a private investigator building a case. I confided in my friend David, a tech whiz who understood the intricacies of social media. Dude, it's messed up, he said, after I'd laid it all out for him. But you gotta be careful. Bianca's got a huge platform. She can bury you if you're not smart about this. David suggested a plan, a slow burn. Subtle nudges to expose the cracks in Bianca's perfect facade. So I started small. I created a fake Instagram account, a generic profile with no identifying information. I started leaving seemingly innocuous comments on Bianca's posts. Things like, that's a cute outfit. Emily, did you get it at Target? Bianca only ever posted about designer clothes. Or, looks like a fun trip to the park, I always bring hand sanitizer. Those playgrounds can be germy. Bianca always claimed she used only organic, homemade cleaning products. They were small jabs, but they were enough to sow seeds of doubt in the minds of her followers. Chloe, surprisingly, became my partner in crime. She started posting real pictures of Emily on her own private Instagram account. Emily covered in mud after playing in the backyard. Emily with messy hair eating a popsicle. Normal kid stuff. People need to see the real Emily, Chloe said. Not the photoshopped version. At family gatherings, I'd accidentally let slip details that contradicted Bianca's online narrative. Yeah, Emily loves pizza, I'd say. We had it for dinner last night. Bianca constantly preached about the evils of processed food. Or, Emily's been having a tough time sleeping lately. I think she's going through a phase. Bianca's blog was full of posts about her miracle sleep training techniques. Bianca started to notice. She became increasingly paranoid, scrutinizing every comment, every interaction. She started snapping at me and Chloe, accusing us of trying to sabotage her. "You're just jealous," she'd sneer. "You can't stand the fact that I'm successful and you're, well, you." The tension in the family was palpable. Mark, Bianca's husband, seemed oblivious to it all. He was always working, buried in his finance job, and seemed content to let Bianca handle everything else. Then came the allergy incident. Emily had been invited to a classmate's birthday party. A bouncy house, pizza, and cake, the whole 9 yards. Emily was ecstatic. But the day before the party, Bianca posted a tearful video on her Instagram story. "I have some heartbreaking news to share," she sobbed. "We just found out that Emily has a severe allergy to gluten and dairy. We're devastated. She won't be able to attend her friend's birthday party." As a mother, it's so hard to watch your child miss out on these experiences, but her health comes first. The comments section exploded with sympathy. People praised Bianca for being such a responsible and caring mother. I knew it was a lie. A few days later, we were all at my parents' house for dinner. Emily was unusually quiet, withdrawn. I overheard her talking to my mom. "I wanted to go to Sarah's party," she mumbled. "But Mommy said I can't because I'm allergic." "Oh, honey," my mom said, hugging her. "I'm sure there will be other parties." Then Bianca walked into the room, chatting on her phone. "Dr. Evans," she said. "Yes, I understand. We'll be sure to avoid all gluten and dairy products going forward." Dr. Evans, Emily's pediatrician. I excused myself and walked into the kitchen. I needed to hear this conversation. "Yes," Bianca continued. "It's just so difficult, especially with all the birthday parties and school events coming up. I know. We're being extra cautious. Thank you, Dr. Evans." As soon as she hung up, I confronted her. "What was that about?" I demanded. "Emily doesn't have any allergies." Bianca's face flushed. "I don't know what you're talking about. I just heard you talking to Dr. Evans," I pressed. "You're lying. You made it up for your blog. It's for Emily's safety," she retorted, her voice rising. "You wouldn't understand. You're not a mother. Don't you dare," I snapped. "You're using your daughter to get attention. You're making her miss out on things because it fits your narrative." Bianca stormed off, refusing to admit anything. But I knew the truth, and I knew I couldn't let it go. That night, I called David. "It's time," I said. "I'm ready to do this." We spent the next few days building the site. David handled the tech side, creating a sleek, anonymous blog. I gathered the evidence. Photos, screenshots, timelines. I even reached out to Sarah, Chloe's teacher friend who worked at Emily's school. Sarah had witnessed Bianca's behavior firsthand and was more than willing to provide her own account. We called the blog The Unfiltered Truth, the tagline exposing the reality behind the perfect mommy bloggers. The first post was about Bianca. We laid it all out. The staged photos, the fabricated stories, the blatant lies. We included screenshots of Bianca's posts alongside photos of Emily living a very different reality. We shared Sarah's account of Bianca, consistently prioritizing photo opportunities over engaging with Emily at school events. We even included the details of the allergy lie, citing the overheard conversation with Dr. Evans. We published the post on a Sunday evening, when we knew most people would be scrolling through their phones. Then we waited. Within hours, the post went viral. People were outraged. Bianca's followers turned on her, accusing her of exploiting her daughter and deceiving her audience. Sponsors started pulling out. Her engagement plummeted. The backlash was brutal. Mark confronted Bianca, demanding answers. She initially denied everything, but when he showed her the blog post, she broke down. "I just wanted to be perfect," she sobbed. "I wanted people to admire me." Mark was furious. He felt betrayed not just by Bianca's lies, but by her disregard for Emily's well-being. The family was torn apart. My parents were devastated. Some relatives sided with Bianca, accusing me of being vindictive. Others supported me, saying I did what was right. Bianca issued a public apology on her Instagram. It was a carefully worded statement, full of remorse and promises to do better. But no one bought it. The damage was done. Bianca's blog was effectively ruined. She deleted her Instagram account and retreated from social media. Mark and Bianca entered marriage counseling. I heard rumors of a possible separation. I felt conflicted. I had achieved my goal. I had exposed Bianca's lies and shattered her perfect image, but the cost was higher than I had anticipated. The family was fractured. Emily was caught in the middle. Was it worth it? I didn't know. But I knew one thing: I couldn't stand by and watch Bianca exploit my niece any longer. I started spending more time with Emily, taking her to the park, reading her stories, just being present. I made sure she knew she was loved, regardless of whether she was perfectly posed or covered in mud. One afternoon, Chloe and I took Emily to the same park where the whole thing had started. She was climbing on the jungle gym, her face lit up with pure joy. I watched her carefully, making sure she was safe. No phone in my hand. Just me and my niece sharing a moment. A woman approached me. I recognized her from Bianca's feed, one of the playground moms. "Excuse me," she said, her voice dripping with venom. "Are you related to Bianca, the blogger?" I nodded. "I'm her brother." Liam, the woman who I would later know to be Karen, scowled. I used to think she was so inspiring. Perfect life, perfect kid. But then that article came out, the one about how she fakes everything. "It's disgusting, she's a disgrace to motherhood," Karen stormed off, muttering about influencers and lies. I watched her go, a wave of exhaustion washing over me. The collateral damage was immense. That night, as I tucked Emily into bed, she looked at me with her big, innocent eyes. "Uncle Liam," she said, "Mommy's sad." "Why is Mommy sad?" I didn't know what to say. How do you explain the complexities of online personas and family drama to a 5-year-old? "Mommy's just going through a tough time, sweetie," I said, gently stroking her hair. "But she loves you very much." I kissed her goodnight and turned off the light. As I walked out of her room, I wondered if I had done the right thing. Had I protected Emily, or had I just made things worse? I knew I would never have a definitive answer. But I also knew that I couldn't have lived with myself if I had stayed silent. The camera pans out, showing Liam and Emily from afar. They are silhouetted against the setting sun, two figures connected by an unbreakable bond, navigating the complicated landscape of family and the digital age. The future is uncertain, but for now, they have each other.